Hey everyone, it's Andrew Castro, and today we're looking at some coverage from the La Mirada Lakeside part of the course, if you've been there. La Mirada 2019 Turkey Shoot presented by West Coast Disc Golf and Innova Disc Golf. This is a fun doubles tournament that they host every year around Thanksgiving. So let's take a look at who we're going to be seeing. We got Team Tankmann, Tommy Eckmann and Frank Martinez. These guys are a really fun team to watch. We also got Smith, party of two, Trevor and JT Smith, a couple of brothers out of Lake Forest. And here is Team Yeah Send It, Jeff Spohr and Chris Pinegar, both sponsored by West Coast Disc Golf and Innova Disc Golf, two really good players to watch. From the first round, we had Team Tankmann shooting a 44 and Team Smith party of two shooting a 44, both tying them at first, with Team Yeah Send It shooting a 45 to put them in second. This is our lead card. Let's take a look and watch these guys tee off here from hole one. We got Team Tankmann starting it off with Tommy. This is a nice straight shot. Basket is right there. It's a little short 250 footer roughly. So this is a relatively routine shot for most of these guys here. We got Frank on the tee. And that's a little maybe too straight at the bottom of the hill. The basket's kind of right there. Just as the hill starts to crest, you can see it. It's a nice little hyzer shot from JT. We got Trevor coming up here for Smith, party of two. That has a little too much hyzer, ends up at the top of the hill. And we got Chris. This guy's home course is La Mirada, so he gets one straight out there. Has some nice fade. That could be pretty good right there. And here's Jeff out of Huntington Beach. A nice shot. Right at the basket. Should be pretty close. We're going to get up here and watch Chris putt and cash the birdie in. We had some camera issues. The other two teams birdied out. They were all relatively there with some easy tap-ins. So everyone starts off hole one with a birdie. That's always a good way to start it off. Hole two here, 200, roughly 260 straight through. You can see it through those two trees. Frank deciding to punch it straight through that gap. And that big, tall, skinny eucalyptus on the right is a mandatory. You got to stay left of that. So most guys will either decide to shoot straight through this, the two trees there, like you saw Team Tankmann try to do. Other guys will try to play the big hyzer and fade back over, and some even get the skip off the sidewalk over there. So we got Trevor trying to hit that bigger gap there. It kind of turns it over, and that goes OB over the sidewalk. JT here, hoping to keep it on the fairway. Just clears the hill, gets a nice skip up there and just past those trees. Jeff coming up here, also going for the hyzer line. That's staying a little too straight. He hits the tree and at least stays in bounds on the fairway. So we can possibly see Chris here, maybe trying to be aggressive since at least they have one on the fairway already. He can get there, that's for sure. Rips one. That looks like it's just turned over. Skipping, trying to come back, and it's going to stay OB. Trevor pitching up. We'll get JT. We can either try to get a little bit closer or maybe even throw it in. That looks pretty good. It's just a little long. Chris really giving it a run. Short and to the right. Gives Jeff a chance to run this since Chris pretty much put that there for a tap in 3. This is a fun little turnover shot for a throw-in. Jeff lining it up here. Needs to get down, and he just misses. It was a pretty good run. We got Tankmann up here just at the top of the hill, nothing in the way. Tommy just getting that to turn over a little bit. He didn't like that. Frank coming up here to check it out. And Frank can sink these. If you ever run into him, you'll typically see him practicing these throw-ins from far away. Just misses it. Everyone's going to pretty much tap in here for the par. And got a little par frame there. Everyone's tied here after 2 holes at 1 down. We'll be getting up here to hole 3, which is a fun little hole. It plays on the edge of a hill, so it makes it kind of tricky. OB right behind it, roughly 250 feet. Tommy just takes a Nova and throws it right at it, hoping to stick it somewhere up there. So this basket, if you're looking out at the hill, you'll see a tree, a jacaranda tree there. The basket's just to the left of that, but right behind it is OB. Frank's going to throw this, a nice little turnover, and that's going to be really close. I'll probably be looking at a birdie there. JT off the tee hits that branch, and that branch is ruthless on the backhand shot. And Trevor just sidearms that up there, up on the fairway. Yeah, that branch right there on that sycamore, if you're not dedicated to the turnover shot, that thing can really get in the way and kick you OBO for that sidewalk. Jeff throws a nice shot up there. That's going to be pretty good. We got Chris here. Tossing this putter way up there. And that's going to drop. That's a perfect shot. Hopefully it stays up there and it didn't go OB on the other side of the sidewalk. Here's JT. Kind of pitching that up there, it looks like. And we're going to get Trevor. Just kind of laying it up. That's a scary putt to run. If you hit that tree, you can get a bad kick. Here's Chris looking at a little death putt here. Yeah. Yep, that is a really good putt to hit. Tommy almost looking at the same kind of putt, a little closer. Oh. And that just spits out. These baskets are kind of greasy, in my opinion. They're old and weathered, and sometimes things just spit out of them or spit through. And Frank cleaning that up for the birdie. So we got a couple of birdies. And we got JT lining up here to just get this par here. There you go. So a couple of birds and a par there on hole 3. We got Tankmann and Send It tied here at 2 down, and Smith Party at 2 falling behind a stroke at 1 down. Going into hole 4, this is a little bit more wooded, or not wooded, but just has more trees. Frank laces that right up. That group of sycamores that's just to the right of where his shot is where the basket is. You have a mandatory on that tree right that's on the right. You have to stay left of it. Tommy kind of follows the same line, which is right up. And that's the typical shot you'll see here, is guys just kind of punching straight through that gap with something that'll have a nice easy turn and kind of finishes straight. Chris going for it. He gets way up there, just hits another gap. Here's Jeff. Nice shot, just right at it. That hits the sycamore and bounces a little left, but that's a perfect shot. Other than that, that's a great shot. Trevor just kind of maybe getting a little bit of grip lock with that thing. Stayed up, found all the holes, and came down. JT trying to get some turn out of that disc, but it just dropped. Frank trying to putt around the tree here. Oh, almost gets that, just off the left side on high. Here's Tommy, same thing, and just short a little bit, hits the tree. JT going at it and just off the top of the basket. See if Trevor can clean this up. And gets the birdie on the tall basket too. That's something they just added there. Jeff just tapping out the birdie here. And Tommy's just gonna clean up the par. Another couple of birds and a par. This time Send It and Smith Party at 2. Cashing in on the bird on hole 4. Send It jumping in a first with Tankmann and Smith Party at 2. Hole 5. This is up the hill over in the palm trees. Pretty much right where Jeff's going. It's a great shot. I think he clipped a palm tree up there, just made him a little bit short, but you can see exactly where the line is there. Chris getting up there, staying just to the right and skipping up. This hole plays uphill, so it's roughly 300 feet, but with the uphill shot, it's just a little bit longer, and you have these sycamores that are kind of creating a canopy, so the gap that you have to hit off the tee is, it's not tight, it's just you have to definitely trust something that's going to fade and not flip over, but you have to be able to punch it through this gap off the tee, so it's a really fun hole. Got Tommy up here. And that's a great shot as well. Some mud at the front of the tee pad too. That's kind of one of those things that, I don't know about you guys, but that messes with me. You guys are not that fazed by it. Here goes Frank. That just is a little low. Doesn't skip up the hill. And you saw everyone still going for that hyzer shot. And JT looking at a 2 here. Just off the top. Here's Trevor. Hoping to clean it up. And gets the bird. Nice putt. Frank getting the friendly bounce from the basket. And Jeff just banging the putt. All these guys got that one fairly easy. That hole is really fun, can be challenging, but these guys just made it look simple, all of them getting the bird on hole 5. Going into hole 6, this is a shorter position, fairly new, but there is OB right behind the basket. You're going to see them throwing through these palm trees towards that tree, just like Chris is doing, and fading probably right at the basket. That's probably parked. We have Jeff following this up. Great shot. We'll see where that lands. Another good shot here from Trevor, hoping for it to slow down. Now OB is right there if you're really throwing something fast, like, even a mid-range can, be moving a little too fast and skip up and out of bounds. It's that close. Here goes Frank, turning that over a little bit. Here goes Tommy. That just seemed to drop, but that could be a pretty good shot. Looks like it was. And here goes Frank, just with that putt. Here goes Trevor, getting the bird as well. He puts like a ninja. Looks like a ninja with those shoes. And all black. Everyone gets the bird on this one. We got Send It hanging on by a stroke at 5 down, and Tankmann and Smith party of 2 at 4 down after hole 6. This is going into hole 7. This is a fun shot. So this is one of the routes you can get there. It's straight through. You can see there's a tree just to the right of where Jeff landed, and to the right of that tree there's a group of palm trees you can see. The basket's tucked in those palm trees, so there's a big turnover shot that it looks like Chris is going for. Doesn't get it. Bounces up off the tree. So I don't know if he was going for the turnover or the roller, but there are 2 ways to get there. JT trying to go up the gap, it looks like, but just didn't get a good shot off. Here goes Trevor. Going through the gap. It's a high line, but looks like he gets through, and at least he's down there. So they should have an easier upshot from that position. Here goes Tommy. Big turnover. Looks like he was going for the roller, so he's needing that to flip over, which it looks like it's doing. That's a pretty good shot. Maybe not exactly what he was looking for, but they should have a good look at this. Here goes Frank. Looks like he's dialing up the same type of shot. Throws the big high turnover. That's going. And faded out over there, way to the right. So that was a really good shot. Here's Chris trying to come in on that and just gets blocked by one of those guardian palm trees. There goes Jeff. And that's pretty much a tap-in par. It's starting to sprinkle at this point in the round. And Trevor looking to pitch up on the basket. Leave JT through, and I wasn't able to capture that. So we got Frank throwing here. Tommy giving it a good run. Those just going a little bit long. We got Send It tapping out for the par on that. Tankmann was out. Got Frank just a little low on the basket. Tommy looking to clean this up. Catches that par. JT hitting the putt for par. So everyone taking a par on that hole, that can be a tough position to hit. It's just such a big turnover unless you're really punching it up that gap that we saw Jeff try to hit, or Jeff hit. You know, it's kind of difficult to really get up on that. Hole 8 is just kind of straight up through those barren-looking trees. And we got Chris throwing his shot. That looks like it's pretty good. Be somewhere around the basket. What's kind of crazy about this position is there is a big, kind of a steep drop off behind it. It's a hill. So if you throw too hard, you can just go right down the hill. Jeff getting on that a little too much and turning it over. Trevor throwing a good looking drive here. And looks like it faded out. Kind of center on the fairway. JT lining up his shot here. That did not flip over, just kind of stayed straight to fade, so that's, you know, left of the basket. Not kind of where you want to be, but it's safe. Frank getting a nice toss here, a little bit of Fern. Was hoping to get some more fade out of that. Tommy taking a look. Getting a nice drive. Looks like he got past that first tree, so should be looking at it nicely. Here goes Jeff. Oh, and you can see the hill on the other side, so it's a little steep. This is what they're looking at pretty much. So if you miss, you're definitely going down the hill. So Chris going up there to take a look at it. Looks like he's lining up to try to run this and get the 2. Just high and left, and you could tell he wanted that. Here goes Frank. Gets that bird. And that's still a scary putt. I mean, that downhill view is real right there. JT. Getting that bird as well. They had a great drive off the tee. And Jeff's just going to be tapping this out for their par. So that is nice. Everyone catching up to Send It. Tankmann and Smith party at 2. On hole 8, tying this up at 5 down, going into hole 9. This is a downhill shot. It's a fun shot. If you've ever played La Mirada, it's a really nice way to end the front 9, but this is a must-get birdie, so JT finding a gap through the tree, and that's just fading all the way left, getting a skip on it too. All the way down there, and he's cracking up. He can't believe that he got that to just get all the way over there. Here goes Trevor, using a sidearm. Gets a little bit too much on it. Not what he was looking for, but at least they have the shot from JT. There goes Tommy. The sidearm as well. And it looks like he gets the skip, but it popped a little straight up and forward. He wanted that to be a little bit more right. But it looks like he's still okay with that. Frank going for the hyzer route up there. We're going to look for that to just pop out, and it did. It's a little left of the basket. Maybe a little too left. We'll have to see who had the better shot for them to try to catch the birdie. Jeff gets the sidearm as well on a flex.
Come on. Get there.
And he looks like he just parked that. That is a great shot.
Executed. 10 out of 10.
I think Chris knows that he's parked, so Chris is going for this huge turnover shot with a putter. And that's not getting as much turn, and he's almost catching the guys off of hole 10 down there. As everyone hollers for. There goes Frank. This is a big putt here. Oh, getting that love from the basket to cash in on the birdie. Nice. Yeah, send it tapping out for the birdie from Jeff's shot. We got JT and Trevor. So there's a little water ditch drainage thing here, and I think they're right there. That's not OB, so he's just trying to get some footing here. Trevor looking to keep up with everyone here with the bird. And cashes in as well to keep up. That's going to get everyone tied at 6 down after 9 holes. These guys are just out there killing it right now, making this look easy, making this look fun. Wow. So this is a battle going into the back 9, where there are a couple different holes. This is going to be really fun to watch, guys. Thank you for hanging out and watching. Please like and subscribe the video if you like this content. Comment below if you've ever played La Mirada, and if you can relate to any of these shots or anything that these guys were throwing. That'll be a lot of fun to see if you guys have, you can really kind of appreciate some of what these guys are doing here, especially having fun in a doubles tournament. This is a lot of fun tournament if you ever get the chance. So that is the front 9, guys. We will get ready to get the back 9 going. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the back 9, guys. All right.